Good day, everybody. Connor McIver here. We're at the beginning of March. I want to talk about just a couple things. August 12th of 2024, August 17th of 2024. This was a couple years ago. There was a ruling that buyers that wanted to go view properties with a real estate agent needed a buyer-broker contract to be executed, and that's really not the buyer's fault. That's going to come back on the agent. So that's something, if you haven't seen that yet, if you're going to be looking for properties in the future, that's going to be a requirement. The way to circumvent that is to actually go directly to the listing agent or go to open houses. Now, of course, you never want to hire the same agent representing the seller to represent you. That's kind of the same as hiring the same attorney to represent you that's suing you. So coming back to real estate, sellers right now, as of March 1st of 2026, we're at March 3rd today, sellers need to kind of also wrap their mind around a change that's going to affect them. We have FinCEN. It's basically a mandate by the federal government to have certain types of individuals, trusts, corporations, LLCs, laid out exactly who they are, who the person behind the curtain happens to be, kind of like the Wizard of Oz. So I'm going to get into this. This is something that you sellers out there need to know this year, and it's going to be incredibly important for you to wrap your mind around. So if you're selling your home, you need to know exactly how an offer should be scrutinized. I'm going to share this because, frankly, not all agents are the same. You need to know what a rigorous vetting process looks like, just in case you hired the wrong agent and they're not doing this for you. So when an offer hits the table, an average agent just looks at the purchase price. But a great seller's agent tears the contract apart to find the weak spots. So here's exactly what you should be looking out for. First, look at the money down in the verified funds. Is the buyer putting down a strong percentage? Are they barely scraping together the minimum? More importantly, did your agent demand verify liquid proof of funds, or did they accept a blurry screenshot of a bank app? You need to know that money's actually sitting there ready to deploy, and some follow-up phone calls should be made as well by your agent. Second, you want to scrutinize the lender and the pre-approval letter. A lot of agents will accept a boilerplate internet-generated pre-qualification. Massive risk to your timeline, though, if they don't verify that. You want to see a fully underwritten approval, meaning a human being has actually verified W-2s, tax returns, and credit. And just as important, where is this lender located? If it's an out-of-state lender, where your escrow is just a ticket number, expect delays. You want a reputable, accessible lender who knows our market and actually answers the phone. Third, the phone call. The agent should never rely strictly on the paperwork. They need to pick up the phone, call the buyer's lender directly, and interrogate the file. They should be asking, have you verified employment? What are hidden debt-to-income issues? If the lender hedges, the offer could be a liability. Finally, let's talk about cash. People love to say cash is king, but if that cash is coming from an LLC or a trust, the game has officially changed. Under the new federal FinCEN rules for 2026, here we go, the era of anonymous entity purchases are over. If an LLC or trust submits an all-cash offer today, they're legally required to disclose the actual human beings behind that entity to the title company. Full names, home addresses, social security numbers, or passports. If an investor gets spooked and refuses to hand that sensitive data over to escrow, the federal government halts the transaction. No file, no close. If you get an LLC cash offer, your agent needs to coordinate with escrow one day before, and you also need to have, the agent really isn't going to be doing this part of the process. It's either going to be title of escrow, more than likely escrow, but they need to confirm if escrow missed it that FinCEN is, the compliance has been done before you actually let the sale continue to go through. It's important. Your agent's job is to eliminate the variables. Your agent doesn't directly handle the FinCEN process, escrow or title will, but they just need to be aware of it, so you might want to bring that up if the offer happens to be from an LLC. Agents should catch this, but again, just something to prepare you for. All right, Connor with Honor, thank you very much. When you're ready, reach out to me, Sellers Only Agent. We'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching.